Radio Saltire, broadcasting to East Lothian and the world with Jenna Coburn.
Hello folks, welcome to Jenna's Jamboree with me, Jenna Coburn, and if you saw on our social media, it's my birthday this weekend. So today's show is going to be all about fun and games. I'll be giving a shout out to my fellow famous Pisces, as well as going back in time and reliving this week in history. But that is not all. I have not one, but two puzzlers for you. Guess the songs and guess the celebs. Both are sound bites that have been expertly put together by my talented other half. They are only seconds long. Will that be long enough for you to guess the song or guess the celebs? But first, it's Friday. It's almost the weekend. Time to get this jamboree started. It's my birthday this weekend. And birthdays are all about having fun. And because I'm a big geek, and if you've listened to any of my shows before, you'll know I love a guessing game. So, first up is Guess the Songs. You'll hear a soundbite made up of 5 different intros to songs, but what are the songs? Here they are. Oh, how cool are they? Right, so who knows what songs those intros belong to? Let me know your guesses by heading over to our Facebook page and commenting on my post or send us a wee message. I'll play it again in about an hour-ish. Oh, and troops, if you have a song request or would like to give a shout out to anyone, please get in touch via the Facebook page or email studio@radiosaltire.com. And that was Butter by BTS. Fun fact, by the way, there's 7 of them, they're Korean, and only one of them can speak English. Fun fact. Right, so let's have a look at what happened this week in history. So on the 7th of March in 1933, the Monopoly board game was invented. I mean, it's been customised many times over, but it's still going strong at 89 years old. Right, next one. 8th of March 2014, I think we'll all remember this to be fair. Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 disappeared during a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, prompting a massive search effort that was finally called off in early 2017. Oh, here's another one. 9th of March 1959, the world was introduced to Barbie, the toy doll. Also, this is random, also on this day, but in 1562, kissing was banned in Naples, Italy, and was punishable by death. Extreme times back then, clearly. And on the 10th of March in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell placed the world's first telephone call, which was to his assistant Thomas Watson, who was in the next room. What do you reckon he'd say if he saw us now with smartphones that hardly get used to actually call people? Can you imagine? If you just tuned in, today is all fun and games as it's my birthday on Sunday, so I have my second puzzler for you. This one is called Guess the Celebs. Here we go.
Scottish accent on the telly, you need to try and enunciate and use proper English, but it's hard to find the right balance because no matter how hard you try to enunciate and use proper English, there's still somebody from Leamington.
I was asked to go to America to do cookery demonstration. And I'm very particular at getting everything right. And I also try to look ahead. So I thought...
It is 2015. The world appears to have a green tint to it, but there are also some dead insects in the foreground. But don't worry about that for now. Look as the world's most famous pop stars...
Oops, we made a mistake.
We're happy to be in America. Don't ask for a green card.
I want you in the worst way.
Well, it's certainly a rough meeting, and it's not going very well for me, I'll tell you that. Hey, boss, give it a chance. She's going to...
Like I spoke about, I don't like being famous. You know, and it's coming out of nowhere after so long, I know, makes it more of a big deal. So you think, really, I put a record out every year, but I also don't want to do that. Yeah, it's just hard to get used to.
So, who do we reckon those famous people are? Some very distinctive voices in there. Think you know the answers? Fire them my way via the Facebook page and I will let you know if you know the score. Right, I don't know if you heard, but this week Eurovision announced their contestants, or some of them at least. For the UK... not that it'll make much difference, but I hope I'm wrong, is Sam Ryder. Sam is huge on TikTok with 12.1 million followers. His song is called Spaceman. That was UK's entry into Eurovision. His name's Sam Ryder and the song is Spaceman. All I'm going to say is here's hoping his social media following will at least get us a point, but considering recent years, I'm not optimistic. However, I reckon I found the winner. Well, that's if this person gets through their country's qualifying competition, because it's not been revealed yet, but I reckon if they do, I reckon this is the winner. So just remember I said that. That country being Sweden, I hope it's this man. His name is Robin Begston, with his song Innocent Love. So it's my birthday on Sunday, right? Let's have a look and see who I share a birthday with. I don't think there's many, to be fair. William H. Macy of Fargo, The American Shameless and Wild Hogs. He will be 71. Who else? American rapper and actor Colin. He was in Suicide Squad, Wanted, Smoking Aces. He'll be 50. Oh, a big birthday for him. Alright, okay. Tyrone Mings, the English footballer for Aston Villa. He's going to be 28. He looks older, to be fair. And now this one's kind of a wee bit... It would have been Pete Cheese Geldof's 33rd birthday. What a shame. I think she died, 8 years ago now? That's a shame. So, not many famous people were born on the 13th of March, it would seem. So, I think I'm going to go on the Tinterweb and broaden the search for birthdays this week. Okay, Christina Milian there with When You Look at Me, and that came out in 2001. Right, I'm about to tell you a wee secret. Right, I used to... I remember the music video being on constantly on The Box, remember that music channel? And I think I kept trying to learn the dance, and obviously the videos only last 3 minutes, so what I did was, I think I went into my cupboard and got one of my Disney videos, and then I recorded over it the video to that song and learned the dance. That's just 2001. Oh my god, that was 21 years ago. I never mentioned to you, but over the past few days, I conducted some birthday-related polls. You know I love a poll. So, I asked the land of social media, what would they rather for their birthday? Receive money or receive gift vouchers? And, not surprisingly, 78% said money. So I also asked, would they rather dine out at their favourite restaurant or stay in with their favourite takeaway? And 67 said dine out. 67% said dine out. And I also asked, would they rather have a party or go on holiday with friends? Now, 83% said holiday with friends, and I'm wondering if maybe the pandemic and not being able to travel has anything to do with that. Oh, and lastly, this is a belter, I love this one. I asked, what is the better birthday cake? Colin the Caterpillar or one of those big cakes from Costco? And 67% actually said, oh, it's got to be Colin. I mean, here, I'll have both. I'm no fussy. Right. So, guys, one last time, let's guess the celebs.
Scottish accent on the telly, you need to try and enunciate and use proper English, but it's hard to find the right balance, because no matter how hard you try to enunciate and use proper English, there's still somebody from Leamington's.
I was asked to go to America to do cookery demonstration. And I'm very particular at getting everything right. And I also try to look ahead. So I thought...
It is 2015. The world appears to have a green tint to it, but there are also some dead insects in the foreground. But don't worry about that for now. Look as the world's most famous pop stars...
Oops, we made a mistake.
We're happy to be in America. Don't ask for a green card.
I want you in the worst way.
Well, it's certainly a rough meeting, and it's not going very well for me, I'll tell you that. Hey, boss, give it a chance. She's going to...
Like I spoke about, I don't like being famous. You know, and it's coming out of nowhere after so long, I know, makes it more of a big deal. So you think, really, I put a record out every year, but I also don't want to do that. Yeah, it's just hard to get used to.
So, do you recognise those voices? Who are they? Let me know by going over to the Facebook page and commenting on my post, or send us a wee message. Right, let's have a look and see who else is or has celebrated their birthday this week. Okay, right. So, on Monday, it was Bryan Cranston's birthday, you know, of Breaking Bad and Malcolm in the Middle. He turned 66. On Monday as well, Rachel Weisz, 52. Oh, and Rick Mail, well, it would have been his 64th birthday on Monday, was him. On Tuesday, this guy was in Emmerdale, preacher, Brassic that's on Sky. Joe Gilgan turned 38. Yesterday, Olivia Wilde turned 38 as well. No way. John Hamm turned 51. No way. He looks only about 40. Oh, and Chuck Norris turned 82, which I can't believe, to be fair. Birthdays today. Oh, Jodie Comer, you know, of Killing Eve and Free Guy, turned 28 today. Alex Kingston, she turned 58. Oh, she's, what was she in? ER, Doctor Who, and I think Discovery of Witches, it's on Sky as well. And of course, John Barrowman. I mean, there's not much I can say about him, to be fair. We all know what he's been in. He turned 54 today. Right, I see. Scottish Liverpool player Andy Robertson turned 28 today as well. Shane Ritchie turned 58. There's a lot of 8s coming out today. Shane Ritchie turned 58 today. Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen, oh my god, he turned 57. And, it would have been Emma Chambers' 62nd birthday today. She was Alice in Vicar Dibley. Tomorrow, Liza Minnelli turns 75. Colin Nolan turns 61. And McFly's Danny Jones turns 36. So a very happy birthday to them. On today's show, I've been talking birthdays and what happened this week in years gone by. Like this grim fact that it was 353 years ago today that Mount Etna erupted in its largest eruption ever, killing over 15,000 people. And more recently, it was this day in 2020 that the World Health Organization declared that COVID-19 outbreak was a pandemic. Oh my god, today is the 2nd anniversary of the pandemic. It has been a long 2 years, that's for sure. Anyhow, did you manage to guess the songs and guess the celebs?
Scottish accent on the telly, you need to try and enunciate and use proper English, but it's hard to find the right balance, because no matter how hard you try to enunciate and use proper English, there's still somebody from Leamington.
I was asked to go to America to do cookery demonstration. And I'm very particular at getting everything right. And I also try to look ahead. So I thought...
It is 2015. The world appears to have a green tint to it. But there are also some dead insects in the foreground. But don't worry about that for now. Look as the world's most famous pop stars...
Oops, we made a mistake.
We're happy to be in America. Don't ask for a green card.
I want you in the worst way.
Well, it's certainly a rough meeting, and it's not going very well for me, I'll tell you that. Hey, boss, give it a chance. She's going to...
Like I spoke about, I don't like being famous. You know, and it's coming out of nowhere after so long, I know, makes it more of a big deal. So you think, really, I put a record out every year, but I also don't want to do that. It's just hard to get used to.
Well, I can reveal that the songs are... The first one was Bon Jovi's Bad Medicine. And then we had Erasure's A Little Respect. And then it was Iron Maiden's Can I Play With Madness? And then New Kids on the Block's You Got It Right Stuff. And then lastly, it was The Bangles' Eternal Flame. But did you notice what they all had in common? They were all released in 1988, and that was the year I was born. I'm giving away my age here. Oh, really, don't. I'm still 28 in my head. I am 28. Keep telling myself, I am 28. And next year I'll be 28, and the year after that I'll be 28. Right. But did you guess the celebs? Okay, so first up we had everybody my age and younger should know who this is. This is Kevin Bridges talking about the Scottish accent. After that we had Mary Berry talking about going to America. And then everybody should know this guy's voice. They should recognise it off the bat. It's David Attenborough and he's narrating somebody's music video. And then after that, we had this man doing umpteen impressions. He was so good at it, but sadly he's passed away, and that was Robin Williams. And lastly, it was Adele talking about not being famous, not liking being famous. Now, it was actually Adele's music video for Hello that David Attenborough was in fact narrating in that clip. So there you go. Well done, folks, if you guessed correctly. Pat on the back incoming. Thanks so much for joining me here on Radio Salter. I'll be back next week with something completely different because next week is Red Nose Day and I have a cracking show lined up for you. Catch you next week. Bye!